My husband's ex showed up with his kid, and I found out our whole marriage was a lie. A woman knocked on my door holding a kid and said, "I'm sorry, but your husband is supposed to pick up his son today?" I blinked at her like she'd mixed up houses, and my mouth went dry. She had tired eyes, and the little boy on her hip couldn't be older than 3. "Wrong place," I said, but the kid had Marcus's dimples and that cleft chin I kissed every morning. The woman shook her head. "This is 1847 Willow Lane. Marcus Chen lives here." My chest went tight. That was my husband's name and our address. "Who are you?" I asked. "I'm Tara," she said. "Marcus's ex-wife. He picks up Jaden every Thursday. He texted he'd be here by noon." Ex-wife? Marcus had told me he'd never been married before me. I checked my phone. 12:15. Tara stared past me like she expected him to appear. "Are you his girlfriend?" she asked. "He said he was seeing someone new." My voice came out cold. "I'm his wife. We married 2 years ago." Tara went pale, totally speechless. "That can't be. Our divorce was finalized 18 months ago." My knees almost gave out, and I had to grip the doorframe. If she was right, Marcus married me while he was still legally married to her. Tara pulled out her phone and showed me messages from his number. Pickup times, doctor reminders, Jaden's allergy meds, and one from today saying he'd be there at 12:15, like it was another Thursday. I screenshotted everything with shaking hands. "How long were you married?" I asked. 6 years, she said. "Jaden was born right before we split." I swallowed hard. A whole son I didn't even know existed. I called Marcus on speaker. He answered fast. "Hey babe, I'm in a deposition. Can I call you back?" I said, "Your son is here." Silence. Then, "What are you talking about?" "Tara is here," I said, "with Jaden, your ex-wife, your son." Another long pause, like he was grabbing the right lie. Finally, he said, "I can explain." 15 minutes, I told him, "or I'm calling a lawyer." I hung up. Tara's eyes were wet. "He told me about a girlfriend," she whispered. "He never said he remarried." I stepped aside and let her in, because I didn't want this in the driveway. The second she sat down, I walked to Marcus's office and yanked open his filing cabinet. It wasn't even locked at all. Inside was a folder I'd never seen. Divorce papers, custody schedules, child support forms, everything. He'd hidden an entire family in our house. The front door slammed, and Marcus rushed in, stopping when he saw Tara on my couch with the little boy, his face drained. "Tara, why are you here?" Tara stood up, voice shaking but sharp. "Because you married her while we were still married. That's bigamy." Marcus looked at me like I'd betray Tara for him. I didn't move. "How many others are there?" I asked. His eyes widened too fast. I pulled up our bank statements. Weekly cash withdrawals. $800 at a time for months. Tara frowned. "He told me he pays $1,200 a month." The numbers didn't match. I opened Marcus's laptop and clicked his email. There were messages to a woman named Brianna, going back 2 years, with restaurant photos and hotel receipts. My stomach flipped. 3 lives. 3 women. Tara let out a short, ugly laugh. "So that's where the money went." Marcus lifted his hands. "Please, it's not." "Stop," I said. "Don't touch me. Don't talk." I grabbed my keys. "You need to leave, now." He took a step toward me anyway, like habit. Tara pointed at the door. "Out." Marcus froze, then backed up like he realized he'd finally run out of room. I drove straight to a lawyer and dumped the screenshots on her desk. She looked at the dates and said, "Your marriage is void. We can file to annul it, freeze accounts, and fix child support. Bigamy is a felony." Tara agreed to testify, and I found Brianna that night. When she saw the emails, she went quiet, then nodded like something in her finally made sense. Court came fast for him. Marcus walked in like he could still charm his way out, then saw the 3 of us sitting together and went stiff. Our lawyer laid out the marriage dates, the custody papers, the withdrawals, and the emails. Tara told the judge about missed support. Brianna showed the hotel receipts. Marcus tried to speak, but the judge cut him off. The judge ruled my marriage never legally existed, froze Marcus's accounts, ordered back child support for Tara, and sent the bigamy case to prosecutors. Marcus turned toward me as we stood to leave, reaching out like he could still pull me back, and I stepped around him and walked out without stopping.